All right, let's dive right into a cosmic thought experiment that is, well, it's truly out of this world. We're going to take our familiar, cozy blue planet and imagine what would happen if we chucked it into one of the most extreme, violent neighborhoods in the entire universe.
I mean, just try to wrap your head around that for a second. Instead of a leisurely 365 days, a whole year, one full trip around the sun is over in less than a work week. What would our world even look like? What would happen to, well, everything? Stick around because that's exactly what we're about to find out.
Okay, so before we can totally transform Earth, we need to understand the blueprint, right? We need to know what exactly a hot Jupiter even is.
You know, the name actually gives you most of the clues. First up, they're Jupiters. That means they're absolutely massive gas giants. And second, they're hot. And they're not just a little warm, they are screaming hot because they orbit their stars so incredibly close. We're talking face-meltingly high temperatures. And this is where the scale of it all really hits you. Our Jupiter, the one we know and love, takes 12 years to go around the sun. A hot Jupiter, it can do the same trip in under 10 days. It's so close to its star, closer than Mercury is to our sun, that it goes from being a frozen distant giant to a blistering cosmic inferno. The difference is just staggering.
So now we've got the blueprint for this cosmic monster. The big question is, what would actually happen if we forced our beautiful, temperate Earth into this terrifying new job? Let's watch the transformation. It's not pretty.
It would happen in a few absolutely catastrophic steps. First, our planet would have to move, spiraling in, closer and closer to the sun's fiery embrace. As we get closer, step 2 kicks in. The oceans literally boil away. All of that water turns into a thick, choking, planet-wide steam cloud. And finally, that superheated atmosphere would just swell up, bloating outwards into space like a giant, angry balloon. After that transformation is complete, our world would be gone. Totally alien. The blue marble we know would be replaced by a vision straight out of a nightmare. The new vital statistics of this planet are, and I'm not being dramatic here, frankly terrifying. The average temperature on the surface would skyrocket to about 1,000 degrees Celsius. Now that's not just hot, that is hot enough to melt lead. It's hot enough to turn the very ground, the rocks and mountains, into a glowing, molten sea. And yep, remember our first question, the new year would be just 5 days long. Can you imagine that? A whole trip around the sun in the time it takes you to get through the work week? The planet would just be whipping around its star at an absolutely dizzying speed.
And the weather? The sheer violence would be unlike anything we could possibly comprehend. The most powerful Category 5 hurricane you can think of has winds around 250 kilometers per hour. On our new hot Jupiter Earth, the winds would scream past at over 1,000 kilometers per hour. A hurricane would feel like a gentle breeze.
So here's the bottom line, the crucial point. Our world would be completely, utterly unrecognizable. The surface goes from water to lava. The atmosphere from breathable air to a toxic soup of steam and, get this, vaporized rock. And life as we know it? No way. Absolutely, fundamentally impossible. Okay, that was a pretty bleak journey, I know. But why do it? Why put ourselves through this kind of cosmic horror story? Well, because looking at the absolute worst-case scenario, it tells us something incredibly important about the home we have right now. This quote really just hits the nail on the head. By imagining an inferno, we start to get a much, much deeper appreciation for the paradise we actually live in. That delicate balance of distance, temperature, and chemistry that lets life thrive here, that's not a guarantee. It's a cosmic stroke of luck on an epic scale. Our planet's stability, its climate, its ability to support us, we should never ever take any of that for granted. We are living in an unbelievably precious and fragile oasis in a universe that is, almost everywhere else, overwhelmingly hostile. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. After this little trip to hell and back, how do you see our home? Do you see something permanent, tough, and resilient? Or do you now see a delicate, beautiful, and maybe fragile anomaly that is our shared responsibility to protect? The answer to that question, well, it could change everything.